We are 30 seconds from sunset. WDSU first warning weather and the nice glow of that sunset over the city right now. We've got another weather impact day, more fog expected right now in the North Shores in here, St. James Parish, Pearl River County, but more additions could be made. Let's start off with a recap of today. Started off a little bit cool, 50s for the North Shore, 50s and 60s for the South Shore. We're going to find, though, that we warmed up real fast today. And of course, this has been the case over the last several weeks. We've started off with crisp mornings and going to warm afternoons. Tied a record high in Baton Rouge today. Bogalusa was 88, Gulfport, Biloxi at 85, same that we did here in town. We had 80s all across the board, and where we stand, we got 70s, still 80 in the city and around Lakefront. But take a look at those dew points again, the measure of how much humidity is in the air, how much of that invisible water vapor there is. The higher the number, more of that there is. We expect these to continue to go up with southeast breezes. They kick in tomorrow. Those breezes may limit some fog development the next few days, but of course, if they fade at night, it allows for that fog. So we've had pretty quiet weather as it's been that bubble of high pressure and control only moves right over the top of us with more fog, even more humidity, more fog potential if the winds could relax. But you see what's going on here and that front, first chances of rain in weeks. That's all the way from October 3rd. We've had some rain. This particular forecast shows the North Shore, coastal Mississippi possibly with the worst of the fog compared to this particular forecast, and it's dead on. Still home at Thibodaux, I'd look at you, St. James Parish, for that fog potential here as well. So right now the dense fog advisories, Pearl River, North Shore, and you go to St. James Parish. But more additions could be made, but it's an impact day. Give it a few extra minutes, especially North Shore, river parishes, and still the bayou parishes, I'd still prepare. Low temperatures right around 60s for most, 72 at Lakefront. Get rid of that and look at this. First chance of an isolated shower to pop. Don't bring your rain gear. I don't think it's widespread rain, and it's going to be a small shower, if that, in aerial size and coverage, and it's a 20% chance. Still warm, and I think a few of these temperatures are a little bit underdone, but I can't forget that we are still pretty dry as well, so don't forget about a strong winds increase. That we've got burn bans in place now. Tangipahoa and Washington parishes, much of northern Louisiana is under the burn ban too. So with the increased winds, and if we get some rain, that'd be great, but without it, that still is a fire danger and a fire hazard. You know, the mix with fog, that's not a good thing either. Wednesday, 20% chance of a shower. Maybe we get a thunderstorm in the mix. Again, 20% chances. I wouldn't count on the rain then. Still warm by the afternoon, 84, 85, 86. I think Bogalusa's temps are a few degrees underdone there. But by Thursday, Halloween front will near. During the day here in New Orleans, a 40% chance of a shower or storm. Rain's going to be likelier as you head northwest. Tangipahoa Parish, farther north and west from there, closer to the front. But we still have lingering shower potential into trick-or-treating. But I think as that lets up, that could lead to just maybe more fog, especially if the winds let up too. So the going pattern, how we started it, we're going to leave it to for the rest of the week to the weekend. Morning fog potential, warm afternoons, and just not much rain. Here's the tropics. Yes, still in tropical season. We are looking at the Caribbean, this 40% chance of possible development over the next 7 days. Central American gyres, the one that puts us off again, maybe moving northeast. You just don't see a lot of organization here. System moves through Dominican Republic to Puerto Rico here. And again, there's no worry that that's going to backtrack to the Gulf of Mexico, so we're looking good. WDSU first warning weather 7 day, the impact day for fog potential, where the advisory is in place. That's where it should be the worst right now. Temperatures still warm in the afternoon. Slight chance of rain the next 2 days. Look out for Halloween. When we get closer, the higher resolution data will give us a better beat on exactly where the timing, location of that will be. But right now, there's at least a small chance for some rain for trick-or-treating, so be prepared.